Hello and welcome to Whimsical Oneshots. This is going to be a new show where B and I and maybe some other guests play random one-shots of random games because there's a bajillion games out there that aren't D&D, basically. I've seen other people do this before, like Eric Vulgaris. Definitely check out Once Upon a Game. It's amazing. But honestly, I just said the phrase "whimsical one shots" one day and went, "Yeah, that's the name of a stream show. I'm gonna do that." So here we are. All that said, it's probably not going to be a very serious example of play. It's going to probably be very let us open first and foremost with the opening move of the game that we always do, which is read the land. Yeah. When a session begins, each adventurer resets their momentum to 0 and then gains momentum according to their archetype. Currently, each archetype has the same amount that they gain, which I believe is 1. It could also be 0. I don't remember. I don't think I ever wrote it down. It's something I think I wrote here in the rules and then didn't write in the actual archetypes. So good job, me. The Fates will then choose one quality and announce that it is gilded for the current session. Whenever the gilded quality is used to perform an art during the session, the team gains 1 renown. And I think it would be interesting if you could level up mid-session, so I am going to mark your spunk.
Yeah.
So write down that spunk is gilded, and I will also try to remember. Whenever you roll that, gain a renown, which is actually something I'm supposed to be recording. I record it on the team sheet. The team has its own player sheet, basically, and I need to keep track of that. So,
yeah.
Renown. Beautiful. Then, whenever the gilded quality is used to perform an art during a session, you gain a renown. Cool. There is also the Discovery move, which is not relevant right now, and the Traverse the Wild move, which probably will be. We open on our first whimsical one-shot on a young lady, about 15 years of age, with wild hair, a small mouth. That's a weird way of saying that. Small smile, excited eyes, a big sun hat, bag of provisions, robe, and a little wooden bear dangling from a string around her neck. She hugs her parents goodbye, gets on a carriage, and heads out into the world.
Yeah.
She's heading to the capital, where there is a magnificent school or program, I guess, for young witches, which are rare in the world. They are magically charged people who can do things for various reasons and various methods. And our protagonist here has been exhibiting magical effects in times of emotion. And
I don't know if it's
well,
I think
you said you channel it via your bear, right? Like it's an emotional charged thing, right? It's sympathetic magic.
Yeah, kind of. I think it's I don't know if it's Yeah, I guess it's times of emotion. I don't think it's I think it's more times of it's I think it's more like a wish-based magic right now.
Sure, when you want something really badly.
Yeah,
emotionally
exactly,
speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I made the crops grow and yeah.
Right, but it's not like an active thing. It's I really wish that would happen. And if it's a true charged emotion, it would come to pass, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So you're sending out to learn probably... It's probably more like a witch apprenticeship, I would imagine, considering it's such a small class size.
Yeah.
Probably going to learn under some cool witch.
Yeah.
I should also just say, in case I like cut the VOD right here, our protagonist is Tarolin.
I think I like Tarlin better now, actually.
Tarlin.
Tarlin, yeah.
Or Tara. You get in a carriage, you head off. So one of our other moves here is called Traverse the Wild. When you and your team, again, written as if you had a party, travel through a dangerous area, narrate short vignettes with the fates of the challenges being overcome. Then the fates roll plus act. Now, I don't know how dangerous this is. This isn't supposed to be dangerous, and I don't think it is dangerous. I don't think this move is going to come up right now. We see you heading out, but as luck would have it, or as fates would have it, I suppose, after traveling for some time uneventfully, is it just you in this carriage? Are there other people who are heading to the capital?
Yeah, for various reasons, yeah.
For various reasons, sure. There's some jolly merchant, because that's always fun. Ho, 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 I'm a jolly merchant. Why wouldn't I be jolly? I'm rich.
Yeah, exactly. Here, I'm a mask salesman who is happy. Yeah.
The happy mask salesman isn't jolly. What are you talking about? Completely different.
He's happy at least. Yeah, I guess, I don't know, maybe that's different than jolly.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
Regardless, you feel the carriage come to a stop. Whoa. What do you do? You're sure you're not there yet.
This is supposed to be like a multiple day journey, and and it's in like a couple hours, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how far anything is away from anything.
I think So I'm sitting at like I think I'm sitting at the very end where like I can see outside, so I'm gonna lean out and
In a window, watching everything go by.
No, this is like I'm picturing like a covered wagon kind of thing.
Okay.
And like I'm like at the very end back of it, so I can like poke my head out the back and see what's going on.
Great.
Yeah.
I think you look at the back and you hear like sounds from the front. Those are the muffled sounds you hear because you're like looking in the opposite direction. And that's how ears work.
Yeah.
I don't know, they're not talking to you. They're talking to someone at the front of the carriage.
Yeah?
Yeah. What do you do?
Wait, where's the talking coming from? Is it like someone? Are you talking to someone that's not on the carriage or?
You said you looked at the back.
Yeah.
Right. So you're like a full carriage length away from what's going on at the front.
Yeah.
Would you like to maybe work carefully?
Yes, I think
like
I
you
would.
Want to carefully approach the situation and learn more information. Alternatively,
yes.
You could try to use Offner Right to look around and see if you learn anything about the situation as a location itself, but probably that's not relevant unless it is.
No, I think
you're
I
traveling through like probably a well-traveled trail that goes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like by a forest, not like through a forest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
I think I'll work carefully.
Okay. When you carefully approach a situation, roll plus mind. If you succeed, you are going to succeed at the immediate task. What is your task?
My task is to figure out what is why we stopped.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Please roll plus mind. You just can roll your 2d6 and then add your mind of +1.
Yeah, so we will so just like keeping, so I guess we're gonna roll, or I can Yeah, I don't know if like adding +1 will stop the animation.
Don't bother adding the +1. It shouldn't matter either way, but just it's simpler this way. Cool. You rolled a 6 on the dice. You get +1. And that is a 7.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
So on the 7 to 9, yeah, I'm dropping stuff. You succeed at the immediate task given enough time. So describe your like approach. Are you simply listening and trying to discern it, or are you like creeping around trying to stay quiet?
I think I am going to. I think so. Given this is actually stuff that's going on the front of the carriage, I'm going to like kind of carefully make my way, like going like, excuse me, going through like the other people thing to like see what is, like look at the front opening of the carriage and see what's up.
Okay, so it seems like an important thing is more about staying hidden and quiet during this situation.
Yeah, or like not being too much of a fuss.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So you slip up to the front, peek out the front of the carriage, and we have like the camera sort of pull back from your eye, looking through the like curtain of the carriage. I don't know what you'd call that.
Yeah.
And you're seeing like, I don't know, 3 or 4 like people, like human people. I don't know if there's fantasy races in this world or not. Probably there are, but they're probably like JRPG fantasy races, like bunny girls. But for now, we're looking at humans because I haven't decided that stuff yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you a human? Did you want to not be?
I think I'm a human. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Like I kind of like did, it's like a fish person here on this carriage with me. Who's like, maybe it's a merchant, and like maybe it's a cat person. Like, yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
You look out. You see some humans. They've got like some simple armor on, more armored than like normal folk are, unless they were like guards. But they're probably like less than guards, and you can hear them being like, "Come on, give it up," stuff like that. You could ask me one question from the following list. What gear am I missing or has been concealed? What advantage do I not realize I have? What strong emotions are here, and who are they tied to? What happened recently, and which way is the wind is blowing? Or how can I blank? And the thing you learn without needing, like, to ask a question is, like, it seems like someone has pulled you over to, like, demand something from your carriage driver.
Oh, like a stick-up?
Yeah, like a stick-up. I guess you could call it a stick-up. I wouldn't, because that is associated with Westerns to me, but, like, sure, why not? This is a Western JRPG, which I'm kind of into that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, Wild Arms. Is that a Western JRPG?
Hey, that is, yeah. Wow,
yeah.
That's a pull.
I don't know. I saw the opening cutscene or, like, start screen opening thing.
Uh-huh.
And I thought it was really cool, but I never played the game.
Yeah, it is cool. I know Tony played it. I watched him play some of that, but not a ton.
Yeah, so actually, yeah. Do you want me to just like a Western, like desert area?
Yeah, it is now.
Yeah.
We go to commercial break and we come back and it's a Western now.
Yeah.
Stick it up, see? I don't know what Western people sound like. What do Western bandits sound
like? It's like a Southern accent. I don't know.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Now see here, I got a Southern accent. Does that work?
Kind of. Yeah. I think that's like more of a fancy.
I actually really enjoy the Southern accent because I can do like 3 or 4 distinct voices that all have a Southern accent because it's actually a diverse range. But yeah, I'm gonna say that the person leading this is like sort of a broad man with like a white mustache. No beard though.
Yeah.
And he's just saying, I'm a reasonable man.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your question?
I'm trying to find the move so I can see the question. Sorry. Okay, cool. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Uh, which way is the wind blowing?
Um, do you mean figuratively or metaphorically?
Uh, I assume this is not a weather-related question.
I mean, I just
Move.
said, do you mean figuratively or metaphorically? So,
Oh, silly me.
so yeah, you're probably if you wanted to use this to know which way the wind is blowing, you are allowed, but that is not the intent of the wording. It is intentionally that is intended as an allowed reading if you wanted it to be, but it is not intended for the GM to be like
West.
West is the only thing I'm ever going to tell you. But yes, you see your carriage driver like looking nervous, they're like sweating bullets, and they're like, what do I do? What do I do? And there's like 3 or 4 of these hooligans, and I think you pick up on. We talked about being Western. Do they have guns? Do these guys have guns?
Yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah.
think they do. They have like really shiny, like brass handled guns.
Yeah.
And you see this southern gentleman
I feel like they should have like some kind of insignia, like
spreading like,
on their
like
on their bandito mask.
jacket open, and you're seeing these like 2 large guns, one on either hip, mostly for show. But it's like, if nothing changes, they're gonna take you for all you've got. The wind is blowing towards them or away from them. I don't know exactly what that saying means.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of this insignia. I think this guy's wearing like a what's that called, like a bolo tie, and the bolo tie center has like some insignia on it.
Yeah, what's like I don't know, some kind of symbol, like
I put my tablet away, so I'm gonna draw this with a mouse because I don't feel like getting it out again.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Do.
Dude.
And this is a circle. Believe me that this is a circle.
I trust you.
And I think what's more classic than like some kind of animal skull?
Yeah.
This is what
Like
an
a
animal
ki-
skull looks like. I just want you
Or it's like a coyote skull. Yeah. They're the coyotes. Yeah.
Perfect. Like
What?
my perfect rendition of a skull.
It's great.
It's in profile, if that's not clear.
No, I figured that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's got like an H over here.
What's the H stand for?
You don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I don't either, but that's beside the point. Is it beside the point or besides the point, B?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's besides, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
I
have
think
it.
Terry
What do you
could
do?
like.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
still hidden because you have successfully, succeeded.
Yeah, I think as naive kid, she's just like.
Oh, you got a 79. Sorry, you got a 79. Yes.
Yeah.
I
As
was
well.
like, oh, you didn't choose your 10 plus option, but you got a 7-9, so you
No,
can
no, yeah. She's gonna be like, "Hey, what's the big idea? You can't just go around threatening people."
You poke your head out.
Yeah.
Maybe you like bodily stand up on like, I don't know if you can get up. I guess you're not really at the like carriage.
No, I think she's poking her head out.
Just poking your head
Like,
out.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. Would you like to make a move here, or would you like to see the scene simply play?
I don't really kind of move in mind. Do you have a move in mind? I don't have to. I feel like I don't have to move like in my head.
Sure.
So well.
So one thing you could be doing is speaking with passion. When you take a moment to speak your mind with or without an audience and express your true feelings, roll plus heart.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
You can do that. You
Yeah.
can alternatively try and use like, I don't know, try something crazy to like, I'm going to talk down these people. Like that is a thing.
I think that's it. I think this is because it doesn't seem like I don't think these. I don't know if it's like because I think like this is a case where like you're not going to like convince these people with like heart kind of thing. I think this is like more of a spunk move, but I don't know. I didn't make the system.
What is your intent? What would you like if you
Uh,
succeed? Because if you're like, you know what, I just kind of want to say it and then have them like resist me and then I like fight them, then it's no move probably. But if your intent
yeah.
is to get them to be like, oh, pardon me, I did not realize, I'm sorry. What?
No,
What you can? What really? You can't do that? Like, what's your intent here?
no.
As a
I think
player, as opposed to a character.
yeah. As a player, I think her intent is just she is just like outraged, but like I think
Hmm.
as a player, what I'm thinking is that like no, they're gonna say no, and then like we're gonna have a whole conflict.
Okay, I think this is heart or nothing. Because when you speak with passion, it's not so specific. It is your words reflect
Yeah,
something true, and the current
you
seeming
know.
moves
Actually,
in
I think the thing she's saying is like we're not just gonna let these folks take. I think she's speaking to like the crowd, like the people gathered in this wagon.
I don't think they even know what's going on. They're back in the wagon, but
Oh,
the carriage driver knows what's going on. They might be
yeah,
able to pull out like a shotgun from underneath the table. That's a thing that
yeah.
carriage drivers have, maybe.
At their carriage table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under the
Okay.
carriage
Yeah.
table. You understand. Don't act like you don't.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think she's gonna. Yeah. Yeah. No. I think she's gonna like try and like be like you're not gonna let these folks push us around.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Make a roll. This sounds like speaking with passion to me.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go. That is a 6.
But oh, it's actual six this time.
I believe that is actually a 6.
Yeah.
I want to see how this looks on screen. That's pretty cool. It's on top of the like art. That's rad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm very happy with how well like green screening the roll
No,
20
no.
works.
Todd gave good advice.
It's a good idea. I'm gonna have to tell Todd that it worked.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
What am I doing? Where is everything? All right, you get a 6. Fates will say how your words ring hollow and make a sharp twist. The most
Yeah.
fitting
Okay.
results usually include putting you in a spot later based on what you said now, but I don't have to do that.
Yeah, no, I think this guy have immediately now consequence, honestly.
This guy is just like, I think like maybe even like as you're looking at them, you hear like a shot fire, like not that far away from you, honestly, and the guy just like head in under their arms, like slams down, like drops to the seat, basically, and the gentleman that you saw before, you know, you look over and he's like holding one of these guns up that's still smoking as it's like shot into the sky. It's like, now looks like we got ourselves a hero here.
Yeah.
What do you think we should do about that, huh? Huh? And the others with them are just like, yeah. I don't know. Do they just do they sound? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
Let's go, guys.
If this was an anime with an American dub, it would. That's how it sounds. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Buzz. All right. You are now in a conflict. And
Yeah.
you do
So
not
I want to.
start in control.
So I want to do like a.
Let's talk
Okay, that
about
makes
what
sense.
conflicts are.
Yeah.
Conflicts. I'm gonna get down to that section and reiterate what a conflict is.
Yeah.
When you encounter a challenging opponent... No, wait. When you encounter challenging opponents or participate in an important conflict, the fates will say who starts with control. It's them. This player, that's me, will narrate the conflict for a short time, ending with their character performing an art. Maybe I have to choose one of you the way I've written this? If the fates gain control, the process is the same, but they will end with an appropriate sharp twist. No, okay, yeah, that works. And choose a new adventurer to gain control next. That will be you.
Yeah.
At any time, you may spend momentum to seize control before the next art or twist is made. So, the scoundrels, let's say, I should give them a name. We'll call them the hounds.
Yeah. Or wait, I like the coyotes.
Yeah, but it's an H.
Oh, okay.
They're the hellhounds.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot the H part.
They're hellhounds now. That's what the H is. They're not double H though. That would be something else.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I'm thinking triple H. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about it. They fan out around the wagon and to like make it so there's nowhere you can like go to. You can definitely hear people around the whole wagon, not just like right here in front of you. Some like clearly just being like, well, if anyone runs at the back, we got guns on the back, right?
Yeah.
People inside start going, well, what's going on out there, right? Or how'd that guy sound before? I'm a Johnny Merchant. What's going on out there? Something like that.
I'm thinking of like this character is like a fat fish merchant.
Yeah, like a fish merchant, not a fish merchant, right?
Yeah, like he's a fish guy.
Yeah.
He's a Zora. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So they run out behind to get behind the whole thing, and I want to find my list of moves because it's been a while since I've looked at those.
Yeah.
Twists of Fate. Cool. Love it. So they fan out around the wagon, and the head honcho, the fine gentleman, takes a step forward, or no, doesn't actually, right? Sort of starts gesturing with the gun, not actually like firing or anything, but sort of like commanding people around. And I think you didn't recognize initially this person.
Yeah.
But there's something about like the way, I don't know, like maybe it's not even recognizing this person. I think you still don't even, the way the light catches the barrel of the gun, suddenly you remember something from your past, something when you were young. You were a child and you saw like bandits or marauders like this, or waving guns around and throwing their weight around. Describe to me this painful flashback you experience.
Okay. So yeah, I think this is like yeah, okay, so I think so the bear I'm wearing around my neck, it used to be like 2. And but like sometime when I was like very very young, parents were traveling, getting some like they had to go like sell their food somewhere, and we were coming back, and like there was and yeah, we got held up by some folks, and they took who had the same insignia, and they took like I don't think they like specifically like they took like a bag with like with like I don't know, like valuables, including like including like the other toy bear I made someone gave me from like town.
Wow.
And yeah.
You remember this, and you're like, wow,
yeah,
I lost a toy as a child.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I don't know if you'll say about it.
You have control now, if that's not clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I think what I'm gonna do is I can put that fun in my mind, back of my mind for now. And I'm gonna try to summon a gust of wind to blow these gun holders back so we can escape. Using my job, using my expertise.
Okay. When you showcase your worth through actions specialized to you and your job. Okay.
Yeah.
So we mentioned before, this is sort of a like emotional charged thing, and yet you're rolling mind, I believe.
Yeah.
So what do you do that is
So I think
how are you like intentionally doing this mindfully, I guess, if that makes sense.
so I think like if we flash back to like the story of like how I got here,
Yeah?
I think is like um I think is like some traveling witch like was traveling through and saw my magical potential and like kind of taught me some stuff.
Gave you a business card.
Including this wind trick, but not like to the same degree. But like as I'm trying to do here, but like
Sure, yeah.
and then she was like, and then she's like, I have to leave right now on important wish list. It's like, but next time the car comes around, you should go to the capital.
Do you think you might be?
Yeah.
I think that based on your level, you're going to have limited effect if you just use expertise. If you try something crazy, you could probably go above and beyond what you would expect to be able to do.
Yeah, I think this might be try something crazy.
Might be try something crazy.
Yeah.
When you attempt something exceptionally difficult or implausible, if it is remotely possible, roll plus spunk.
Yeah. So I actually have a question about the rules. So like, why would it have limited effect if I was just doing it with my jobness?
Because you're like, well, that's literally what you just said, right? Is that they taught you like a weak version of this spell, and you're trying to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
The thing is, we have to respect the fiction in somewhat, and you are a tiny baby who's going to school. Like you're not a archmage. Your job is student, but you're not even a student yet, right?
Yeah.
So, we're gonna follow the fiction, and we're gonna find what makes the most sense based on the level that you're aiming for.
Yeah. So I'm gonna this still okay for what's over it's +1.
Yep. Also, if you roll spunk, you get experience. So you're encouraged.
Yeah. So. But you're recording that, so yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna roll spunk and see how it goes.
Okay. It slid off of the screen. That's good. It's 4 total, 5 total.
5 total, yeah.
5 total. Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Can you describe to me how you what you try to do, and then I will take it from you.
Well, I think I kind of like. It's almost like I try to like gather the energy within myself and like, it's almost like a.
We see you're like not super confident in it. You're like, okay, I think this is gonna work, and I think that little shred of doubt is a big part of what happens here.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, yeah, I think that's the thing is like, so I don't think this is necessarily a motion match, but I think it is because I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I knew what I was doing, then like I could probably calculate the magical energies in a way to like, but I don't know how to do that yet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but the thing, so what I do is I kind of try to like harness the energy from myself and kind of focus it and like do like a Street Fighter fireball motion, but it just like nothing happens.
No.
And
so you go to do this, right? You're like, all right, I'm gonna gather this energy, and I'm gonna like, you're gonna try and like knock back this like main person, or you're gonna try and like sweep up everybody, or like what are you going for?
I'm trying to trip people up so that the
right. So you're like sort of move all the air in the area into wind and like knock everybody down outside of the carriage, of course.
Yeah.
And as you do, the wind starts to whip up around the whole thing. And you're like, wait, that's too much. And you try and stop it, and you can't. And the whole carriage starts to spin and spin and spin. And all the other the hellhounds are all like whoa and like thrown backwards like onto the ground. Like, and we're like actually outside, so like sort of like sand starts to get kicked up like around you, and it starts to like get in your face and your eyes. I'm gonna hit you with a condition, but also you like created a semi-sandstorm around you that is not within your control.
Okay.
Find my conditions list because I don't remember them. They're way near the bottom of the book.
Yeah.
Cool. Where are the conditions? Conditions! When an AV gains a condition, the Fates will say which one from the list. Conditions persist until narratively resolved at the Fates' discretion, or the adventurer gains an advancement at the AVP's discretion. So whenever you gain an advancement, you may choose to remove a condition, but you don't have to if you're enjoying it.
But just because it's in addition to gain the advancement, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
You are drained. You have become drained. Mark 1 condition box. Your strength has been sapped in some form, diminishing your special skills. If you attempt to use expertise, gain 2 momentum, but reduce the result by 1 success level. And your roll cannot be increased by spending momentum. You are drained. You feel like you have no control over what you are trying to do. You've lost control.
Just because did I have momentum previously? I had 1 momentum, right?
You have 1 momentum.
So how do you spend momentum to increase our rolls again?
You just say you want to, and it increases it for 1 point per momentum spent.
Okay, cool.
If you roll a 6, you can spend momentum to go to a 7. Sometimes you will find that because of a lot of moves give you momentum, bumping it up will actually net you, or at least break even, so it's a good thing to do. But if you don't have the momentum, you can't spend it. So.
Very cool. Yeah.
So, the wind is swirling around you. You feel drained. You feel like you can't access the magical energy inside your body, and the whole carriage is actually spinning. What is pulling? Just like horses, do you think?
I think it's lizards.
Lizards? Yeah?
Yeah.
Big, like desert lizards. I love it.
Yeah, it's like you know, the kind of like the frill on their necks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like giant. Yeah.
Additionally, because you're in a conflict, you lose control.
Yeah.
And the other squad, your opposition gets it, which is me. We like the camera like zooms out from like inside the sandstorm for a moment, and we see from the outside this like actual kind of like sandstorm tornado, not tornado, but like, you know, like sand screen kind of like whipping around the carriage. The fancy gentleman, I should give them a name. I'm gonna call them Oswald. I don't know if that's an appropriate name or not, but that's their name now because I just am tired of calling them the gentleman. Oswald starts calling out like, "She's a witch! You know what to do, boys!" I don't want him to say boys. It feels so weird. That's just like a thing that everyone says. But he starts like commanding people to like go get like everyone's like pulling like kerchiefs up over their faces to like get the sand out of their eyes, and they're pulling back slightly to get like ropes and stuff and things that they're seeing you as a prize, like something that they can actually like you're useful. You're not just a person. You're not. It's not just your.
No, the kingdom like wants like witches like like they want they will pay like they want all the witches to be under their roof, so like they will want
I think so. He commands them to do that. Something sudden should also happen, unless you want to spend momentum before it does.
That's okay.
Just describing how they respond. And I think he like holds his gun and like levels a shot and tries to and shoots through the sandstorm to hit one of the lizards, which collapses and causes the whole thing to kind of like tip over and fall. The entire carriage to tip over and fall. You on not really inside, sort of like half in, half out, like fall sideways while like trying to keep the sand out of your eyes. And the conflict is passed back to you.
Okay, so I am drained.
You're drained.
Yeah, so hold on a second.
There's still the sandstorm out of your control happening around you, which is maybe helpful. I don't know.
Certain value of helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Do I have a rule in here about when I should tell you? Where's that thing about that?
Hold on a second. I just want to have the frame for drained in front of me.
Conflicts are narrative scenes like any other. Success or failure come from when one side achieves their goal or can't/won't continue fighting for it. Yeah. If the fates make a sharp twist that directly causes you to fail the conflict, only rejecting fate can prevent this loss.
Yeah.
That is how I have it worded. Okay.
I
couldn't remember.
You reject fate with angst, right? Which is
you reject fate with angst, yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't experienced enough hardship.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember exactly how I worded this because in Worldwide Wrestling, you reveal to the players what the booking is, like, because it's predetermined.
Yeah.
You go, you're gonna win, or you're gonna lose, or whatever. I guess you just say who's gonna win. You don't really say who's gonna lose, but you reveal it before it actually happens, really, because then the players still have to make it happen because most often it's player versus player. So I couldn't remember whether or not I had to be like, okay, the fates say you win. I don't have to do that. You just have to fight for it. But I will tell you if a sharp twist causes you to fail, causes you to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm not getting into here because I think I want to try to use my expertise to like kind of direct try and take control of the storm again.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
I love it. You can still use expertise. In fact, doing so gives you momentum.
Yeah, I think I want the momentum and also want failure. So yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Interesting.
Or I want to have like stuff. I don't know. It's like you say, it's like gifts, right?
Yeah. No, I do. I feel like I have had a hard time convincing you of this in the past.
Yeah. No, I'm getting it now.
Cool. So yes, you are drained. So when you use expertise, gain 2 momentum, but reduce the result by 1 success level.
Yeah. So I have to get a 10 to get a 7 to 9.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And you can't use momentum to increase the result.
Yeah, I am getting a +1 on this for what it's worth.
Yeah, so tell me what you do first. Like you're just sort of you like grasp the bear, you remember this like moment of loss and sadness that makes you want to hurt these people. I don't know.
No, I wasn't trying to hurt them, I was trying to knock them down so we get away.
No, I mean, okay. You're trying to do the same thing again, basically. But you're trying to get control of the storm and then cause it to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Or I think like now, or more, I think it's a lot of it right now. Like kind of panicking. Like trying to like, okay, I gotta try and fix this.
Sure.
Kind of thing. Like ideally, I'd like to take control of the storm, but yeah.
Please roll.
Wow.
That is a 5. You have been rolling hot tonight.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna do some.
It's important to remember, you can't roll lower. That's box cards. You can't roll lower than 6 minus. So, no downside.
Yeah.
You got pure upside, drained condition. So you try, and you were driven. You were driven to succeed at this, and it's not enough.
Yeah.
The storm rages on, but you are sort of like, almost like caught in like this sort of, almost like a sand dune building up around you, as the dead weight of one of the lizards is stopping you from spinning properly, and the sand is being pushed up around the bottom of the carriage. You reach out to control magically. Do I have that list? I really wish I had it on hand.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm not sure how I feel about this, to be entirely honest. And the thing, because again, this is let's reiterate that this is ostensibly playtest.
Yeah.
When you engage in a conflict on a 6 minus, in addition to whatever else happens, the Fates gain control. When the Fates have control, they describe the scene and lead up to a sharp twist. But 6 minus is also a sharp twist. So I'm basically just doing 2 sharp twists. That feels a bit weird, right?
Yeah.
Feels a bit weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
The sand explodes outward. The storm, not as you try and tap into it, it is volatile to react, and just there's a huge gust of wind. Everything goes out in like a nova around you, flying back, sand cutting through people. We see as the sand like settles, the hellhounds have like little like hairline cuts all over them where like sand like whipped by their faces, but with their like kerchiefs up and their like hats down, they're pushing through. They have gotten like ropes from their own supply wherever, like behind the dunes. I don't really know what happened because I was originally imagining it as a forest, and I don't even know what it is anymore. And throw out these ropes that wrap around you and like lasso you from either side, and hold you down as Oswald walks up to you and looks you in the eye. Oh, I think we got ourselves a fine catch. And you lose the conflict.
No. Oh.
You are captured.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Would you like to reject fate? Or would you like to be captured?
I think I reject fate. No, I mean, I've be captured, sorry.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, just it's like
cool.
Well, sorry. What are the concepts of rejecting fate again? It's
I'm gonna make a sharp move like anything else.
Yeah. No, let's be captured. I think that's more interesting.
Cool. I think we cut ahead. To like some do you want to describe like desert bandit hangout camp? I think we're actually at like a town, like it's like a saloon town sort of thing where like these people run the town, so they just have you in like the actual like sheriff's.
I think it'd be like a cave outside of like a mountain, but like
that's fun. I'm okay with a cave outside of a mountain.
Yeah.
I gotta remember that this is not actually a Western game we're playing. This is a JRPG that is that this specific one is a Western version.
Yeah. No, this is a Western area. There's like all kinds of like different.
Oh, this is Western zone.
Yeah.
It's Cowboy Zone. It's
Yeah.
like the Lego movie. Um,
Yeah. No. It's a RPG thing. There's like
yeah,
all
totally.
kinds
No,
of
you're
different
right.
like
Yeah, definitely.
biomes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Cool. So we're at like the outskirt canyon cave or something. And we're seeing like sort of a lingering shot that like pans across this cave, or there's like a weird like watery section that seems to have like cool water coming in, like fresh water coming in from some bubbling in from somewhere, and people are just sort
Oh.
of like,
Oh. Where's the water coming from?
like the ground. I don't know.
It's a hot spring or a spring.
It's a cold spring.
Cold spring. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think about why. I'm just gonna design a JRPG scene.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And so
Yeah.
we pan across and we see all sorts of like, scoundrelly cowboy people, outlaws. Outlaws, that's the term. All like, some are like playing cards, and some are like throwing knives at like dartboards for some reason, and it's just like all sorts of little like snippet vignettes of all these different hoodlums. And then it like lands on you in like this just like a comical like cartoon metal cage. That you probably could like step through, but you can't. You're just not allowed to.
Yeah. I'm the man tied up or like
You're also tied up. Yeah, sure.
yeah.
I like that. We like cut between those scenes, and we're not really sure what happened to the rest of the caravan. But I think we are seeing like piles of supplies that were like, if you were watching the show, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's clearly the same stuff. We see like whatever sort of things the merchant had, but the merchant's not here. Like they're not. Like, they just like left them to rot, right? But you were a prize.
Yeah.
And the camera settles on you in this new locale as you look around and take it in, tied up.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So imagine they have like everyone's stuff here, including my stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like a single interactable, and once you get there, you have all your supplies back and re-equipped, but you have it until you pick it up.
Yeah.
It's like an item that is your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I want
we could end here if you want. We're hit 11. That's like a 3-hour session.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess this doesn't make it a one shot, but I do want to go back to this character anyway. So like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we won't come back to them next week, I don't think. Like, this was a one-shot in their life, and then there'll be another one-shot, which just happens to take place right after this one.
Your definition of one shot is expensive.
I mean, yeah, the situation came to a close, and now there's a new situation you find yourself in.
Yeah.
That's one shot enough for me. Before we wrap up, assuming you're cool with pausing here.
Yeah.
Is that a yes?
Let's see. Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause sometimes you can use yeah to mean like go on, or like
That's true. Yeah.
as you say. How did things feel? Did it feel really like you didn't roll well, so it's a little hard to know whether or not it like is an oppressive system or was unlucky. But like, how did it feel? Did things flow okay regardless of the low rolls?
Yeah. I would want to like, I don't know. I kind of want. We already had so many campaigns. I want to make this a campaign, but also
So
it's
you
like
enjoyed yourself, is what you're saying.
I did. Yeah. I did. Yeah. But also I want to experience like momentum and like the conditions and like all that stuff and like yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like the stuff that I find interesting on the theme we didn't really get to, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, this is really not designed for one shot. It's not designed for one-on-one play. I just really wanted to play it because it's been in my mind recently, and it's something
No,
I've been waiting to playtest
no,
for
yeah,
years.
it definitely functioned good, like during this thing. It's just like, yeah,
Yeah, so like it's not designed for one shot play. Could we like be a bit more directed and do more one shot stuff? Totally, right? Like you could go Monster of the Week style on this game, and I think it would function.
yeah,
I'm not super sure about the whole like you lose the conflict. I felt looked pretty good actually because I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to capture you, so I could say
yeah,
like you lose and we get a scene cut, and I love a scene cut. I love a scene
yeah.
cut. I don't know if that felt harsh to you. Like I could have done stuff between those two
I
points in
wish,
time.
yeah, I feel like I wish there was like more like defined like more defined how many fails do I get before like you end the scene.
Right, like I could just do that on the first one if I wanted to.
Yeah,
Right, the rules as written, and
exactly.
it's really just a make a move as hard as you want situation where I didn't think they were ready to win yet, but it went pretty bad, and I felt like they were in a position to win. So I simply
Yeah, I
won.
guess it's like a thing of like that is like hard for
But
me to
yeah, that's
know.
not something that is non-transparent for the player. That makes
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
yeah,
Um, and I think I might actually make a, even though I don't want this game to be too crunchy, there might be something to do with like give your opponents kind of like inverse hit points, right?
yeah,
Like a really powerful monster might have like one hit point, which is one fail and they can capture you, and a really weak opponent might need like five, right? That might be
yeah,
something that's actually interesting because people do enjoy like their monster manuals and stuff that give you guidelines for how strong something should be.
yeah,
That said, I don't know if it should be so specific as that, right? If you fight a dragon, your first fail resulting in a capture feels bad no matter what, because presumably you're not fighting that dragon until you're going toe to toe. I guess that's it. It's more about you have a level, right? You're currently
yeah,
level 1. I
yeah,
don't think I have that explicitly in the rules, and maybe I should actually have the teams. So teams gain renown, right? It's sort of like Gloomhaven that way. It's your reputation among people that sort of represents how cool you are as an adventurer. And so there should be like tiers of renown, and we can
yeah,
compare your tier to the enemy's tier, and then the difference would be how many like would inform that number if we wanted to have a fixed number to the event. Um, you could also even say like if you wanted to get a little bit more random and a more sort of less Apocalypse World with it, which I'm happy to do. I want it to be my game. I don't want it to just be Apocalypse World, you know?
yeah,
You could have it even be like, cool, yeah, roll a d6 because your difference is this, and or like roll a d6 and then add the difference or something. That's like how many rounds before they're allowed to
yeah,
do the thing. And that might still be a hidden value, but I might still like imply how much stronger than they are or something. I don't know.
yeah,
That's something to think about, and that's really good feedback. Actually, I like that a lot.
yeah,
Yeah. It's interesting because there's a lot of times I wasn't. A lot of the sharp twists are sort of like put you in a spot, make the situation worse, right? Make something bad happen, right? Very vague. And then there's ones where it's like take a condition, like straight up taking a condition, right? And finding that balance of like I could just hit you with a condition every time if I wanted to,
yeah.
right? And does that really, is there any time when I'm not encouraged to do that mechanically if I really do want to just be like hard on you? I guess not really. And is that okay, or is that something that I should actually pinpoint some rules for? I'm not sure. Things to think about, and I will definitely be taking notes once we cut away from this.
Yeah, I would like to revisit this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah,
So, for all of you at home, this was AoKRPG, a work in progress game that I developed years ago, and every once in a while I look at it and go, that looks so cool still. I really like that idea. It's mostly a combination of like Worldwide Wrestling and Dungeon World and a little bit of Monster Hearts thrown in, because I like those games. I think they're good. Either way, definitely gonna get some rewrites. Definitely gonna get some rebranding, but I'm pretty happy with this first playtest, and not just because I think it went well, but because I think I have some good notes. So thank you, B.
Yeah, no problem. That was fun.
So that'll be all of it for tonight. This week's Whimsical One Shot, and I hope I'll catch you next week. But I don't know what we're playing. Maybe Reflections. We've been meaning to do a Reflections game, B.
Yeah, I guess. So that Ultramar's video we watched, it kind of inspired me. And like, there's a RPG I found which I haven't really looked into called Shock, which is supposed to be about social science fiction, and it's like about like kind of world building kind of stuff. And I'm thinking I'll read that over the weekend and see.
I've definitely heard of Shock before. It's supposed to be very, very cool. I remember the Jamcast played it way back in the day, but I don't think they had a recording of it. They just talked about it a bunch because it's a very cool game.
Yeah.
What am I looking for? Oh yeah, I'm looking for the chat. Hello.
Oh, I don't think anyone's been in the chat since Millman.
Yes. I was opening it actually so I could raid Millman right now.
Yeah.
You can raid via chat command, and I find that more convenient than using the buttons. Personally.
Heck yeah, let's go see what he's up to. I
totally
enjoyed playing with him.
So have a good night, everyone. Hope we see you next week. Have a good one.
Yay.